So first up on our link list today is a story about binary galaxies. Hubble calls these David and Goliath. Essentially, with all of the stories of galactic mergers and other interactions with dwarf galaxies or other structures like our own galaxy's Magellanic Clouds, one must begin to wonder if there is a team effort to this galaxy thing like we see with many, if not most, stars being binary. Something to consider as the Milky Way is actually in the throes of merging with the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy. Let's come in a bit closer to home, where an asteroid flyby October 12th is going to be a major effort for the planetary defense systems to test their tracking and location skills for future missions. It's only about 10 to 30 meters across, and the little rock has been out of telescope view since 2012, but will be seen again soon as it comes in for close approach just 4,000 miles above the surface of the Earth. Finer detail will come when they re-establish visual contact. Pretty cool little story to keep our eyes on as we head towards the end of northern summer. Last up on the link list is this. Folks, just a 250-meter swath of land. Lasers were used to capture the most fine of detail over the ice. In fact, the airplane flew this mission over the exact same area at least twice, once in 1998 with the preliminary altimeter data and again with the lasers in 2013. What they're discovering is the caving front is moving backwards. It might appear that the entire landmass has just sunk by a wide margin, and in a way that's true, but just locally. Think of it more like standing on the edge of a sinkhole that keeps expanding. One day the ground could be 50 feet lower than where you were standing yesterday. Except what we're looking at here isn't a sinkhole, it's just the caving of a major ice front. At the end of these sequences, they overlay the camera views that took while gathering the altimeter data, and this really helps put into perspective exactly how much might be inferred from just the raw data points without the visual image. Let's quickly jump now to Istanbul, where they're getting pounded yet again. For the second time in as many weeks, there was flash flooding and potentially damaging hailstones. Istanbul is not well set up for a major pattern shift. And speaking of those, let's also quickly pull the East Asian wind maps, because Taiwan's going to get hit by 2 different typhoons in one day. Prayers, best wishes, positive affirmations, whatever you got for those living in the bullseye.
Tuesday, 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 2017. Here's a few examples of climate chaos sweeping planet Earth in the last 24 to 72 hours. This is 20 miles from me, Apache Junction. Almost 5 inches of rain falls in 1 hour, turning streets and roads into raging rivers. If you'd have had a surfboard right there in that area, you could have literally surfed on a city street. Look at those waves. Absolutely incredible. Moving on to Middletown, Pennsylvania, where they too saw multiple inches of rain per hour, creating evacuations from an apartment building. 100 people were evacuated. 4.2 inches of rain fell, overwhelming streets, storm drains. You can see a car or a truck there submerged. Mexico, right now as I'm doing this video, is getting an intense downpour. Expect the same right there where I have that marked. Very heavy rain. 1.6 million people in China saw this today. Paul Beckwith at Twitter sent this to me just about an hour and a half ago. The water strength is just intense. You're going to see here in a minute probably a 10-ton rock right there just being hurled around like a little marble. More than likely 6-7 inches of rain per hour, overwhelming these storm management systems that men didn't have this in mind when they built these management drains. They are being overwhelmed and overwhelmed quickly. Off to Italy. They're seeing big hail, a lot of lightning in Europe, high winds, and this hail's doing a lot of damage. Yeah, I mean a lot. Big hail. So this is an ongoing thing. Pretty much every day you're hearing about this over in Europe. There it looks like, that's when it was finished. Looked like it snowed. So much snow or ice they got. There's the shelf cloud that caused it. Photogenic. The winds and sideways rain looked like a typhoon was going through the area. And it was a thunderstorm. Not a typical thunderstorm, but these are the new types of thunderstorms that we're seeing. They're no longer the exception. The exception is the new rule. Unbelievable.
So that is the sun setting over there, which really it should have set already. What is that over there?